Here it is. Had to prop the phone up as usual. Propping the phone up off the Prime bottle, which is funny. I was thinking about this the other day. I was talking to my brother about this. I was like, damn, KSI uh, ever sells his ownership of Prime, I'm gonna stop buying that shit. I don't even buy it. Like I'm gonna stop drinking it because everybody at the house buys it because they're trying to get me these codes that'll help me win some shit. But we'll see if I get it. I'm all I'm remaining is that tech. All I'm missing is that tech. If you know about the code shit, that's a whole other conversation, man. Let me sit up straight. Sit up straight, man. These days is bringing whatever. These days is bringing you know what I mean? Not necessarily ill will, but it's coming around a way. Like every now and again, everyone's kind of in there. It's in a strange reflection mode, but also being very negative. And anything that's being brought towards me or to my attention in any negative regard, man, I swear to God, I ain't even dealing with it, bro. But I had to sit there. I was like, let me do the live stream before the sun fully sets, man. So let me just, stay focused like that. Let me speak a little bit, trying to get back into the practice of just speaking out loud, speaking with a little more purpose. You know what I mean? Everything's starting to click. I don't know why it took me so long. You put in so much work just to realize you need to just stay consistent. You need to be on top of everything 100% every day. So what does that look like, man? Sometimes you get bogged down. Sometimes you be in situations or certain areas where like, I'm a little too extra out. I need to calm down. I need to dial it back. But it's not even about that, man. You don't got to do anything. You actually just got to be yourself. If who you are isn't necessarily loved, accepted, or nourished, or wherever you at, you got to go ahead and move. So that's what the plan is right now, man. I got to do it sooner than later. So I got to sit there. I was actually doing a bit of reminder / research this morning, man. Stopped over, visited the there's a older lady that runs this shop in the morning, and I had to re up on my pack of gum. So actually, hold on, let's do this real quick before I forget. I had to re up on the pack of gum, and she also sells coffee. So like sometimes whenever I need a re up, I'll just grab something in the morning, get a cup. So I'm gonna have to go drop in and say what's up to her a little more often in the morning time. If I have time, because the thing is, if I visit her shop, I'm more tempted to just drink coffee and chill out, rather than like actually go to the other spot where I'm doing like coffee. What do you call this? Coffee, donut, and I gotta pay a tip. So I'm just sitting there like I never won't tip the barista. You know what I'm saying? I never won't tip the coffee place, but I realize I'm always tempted to get the sweets, man. Like I fuck with the donut, I fuck with the whatever. They got the Eclair, they got the maple, what do you call this? The maple bar. So if they have that, it just goes well with a coffee. You can't deny that like donuts and like just sweets go with coffee, especially in the morning. So, but this other spot, it's like it's a literal mom and pop joint, and then they have their partnership obviously with other companies or whoever they buy their supply from. But I feel like I need to support them a little more in the morning. We'll see though, man. Last time I think I had a normal store that I would drop in on and say what's up to and visit and talk to them people. They just came across as disrespectful. They were a little more disrespectful than they were understanding, and that's when I was like, let me start drawing the line right there. Let me stop being funny. Let me stop being so. What I'm saying, and I put, I don't want to sit. I can't put everything on myself, but I will say, sometimes, some days, I might need to pick me up or whatever, and approaching places with low energy, they'll deal it back to you. They'll treat you the way you treat yourself. So that's one thing I wanted to speak about too. Is you get treated the way the way you treat yourself, the way you're treating the world at the moment, people will treat you that same way. So I think about that a lot, man. It's been happening a couple of days, man. Some people be taking shit out of context the wrong way, but one thing about me, I exercise gratitude every day, man. I'm gonna exercise gratitude every day. I'll never stop. I don't care if it's the smallest thing. I don't care if it's the smallest task. I'm exercising gratitude every day. People fail to realize that. You know what I'm saying? And that's in like damn near every little thing, every little motion. I don't gotta say it out loud, but I might have to say, start speaking to myself a little more. You start saying things out loud, you realize some people don't know how to. They can't grasp it. I'll say that much, which is, started to dawn upon me. I don't know if it was today or the day before. I was like, yeah, that shit's starting to hit me a little bit. I be seeing that shit all the time. But that's where I'm at, bro. I'm exercising this shit every day. I had to sit there, hit this. Let me look around. All the leaves haven't fully dropped yet everywhere, So it's still fall. We're not quite in winter. We're not quite in the dead of winter yet. But I will say, like, um, the sun is setting really fast. I kind of overheard a conversation yesterday. I was sitting in the library, and I just saw like or one of the ladies that works there, and like I don't know I don't know, it's like I always think she's a mom. I'm not sure, but they looked out the window and they're just like, it's getting darker earlier, and it's like that's like normal now. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty normal. So you can't really see it behind me. You can't really see it in general, but it's been like this a lot more lately, man. It's getting a lot dim earlier, and um, supposedly everyone's energy is dropping or whatever, but I try not to let that affect me. Other people's whatever affect me, but I'm also like aware of people's stuff, but I can't stop being me if that makes sense. I'm aware of people's thresholds, so I don't impose nothing. I try not to impose nothing, man. But I'll sit there, I'll lock in, and I'll be focused a bit. You know, that's what these are about, man. That's what all these are about. And it's crazy. Yesterday I did about 4 live streams, and they were all within an hour. I don't think any of them reached an hour, but my connection wasn't that great. So the certain spots that I was going to, so I have to come back to base one. You know what I'm saying? Back to the base camp, if you will, which is right here. The center, or not necessarily the center, but this particular part of the park where my connection isn't spotty. It's never bad. It never fails me. So I got to come back here and spend more time out here, man. Just post up right here, deposit the energy here, and whatever happens next, whatever happens may happen. I don't really know. A lot of times I sat here and just deposited some energy. You know what I'm saying? Just locked in and applied some energy here, and I watched people do the same thing throughout the summertime and apply their own energy, having a little not necessarily barbecues, but a little just hanging out to eat like a little luncheon or whatever, just like stuff like that. And I try to be mindful of like, okay, I'm here right now, but I don't want to occupy everyone's space. And if I am here and I am eating, I don't think I should eat here. I don't know if this makes sense, but every time I choose to eat here, it's like a weird pastime behavior, pastime feeling, if that makes sense. It's like it's a park in my neighborhood, so part of me feels like, oh yeah, you need to go and grab a certain type of food, a specific type of food, come out here and eat it over here, and it's always some form of chicken wings or whatever. It's always some form of that. How's it going? What's going on? The dog over here. There we go. Yeah, so it's always some form of chicken. If it ain't these Zales, then it's like one of the spots from the stores, and one of the spots from the stores always has the I don't want to, I want to say it's Louisiana Reds because it's just plain hot sauce. I want to say it's Louisiana Red, but I could be wrong. And it's like I don't want to say watery, but it's more liquidy. You know what I mean? It's not like yeah, it's like a liquidy. What do you call this? Hot sauce. And I want to say it's Louisiana's. If it ain't that, it's some other shit. You know what I mean? I gotta think what it might be. But we had a spot by my friend's old house where he used to live, man, where he grew up at, and we used to go there all the time, man. We would just call it chicken store. We walked to the store so much, man. We didn't even look up and look at the title of the store. You understand? We would just go there so often. We was like, man, I'm going to a chicken store. I'm gonna grab some chicken from the store. It was always some just quick shit like that. Come to find out, it was actually called Quick Pack, which is funny. So people started telling me shit like that. I was like, you ever be at the Quick? And I was like, the fuck is a Quick Pack? The fuck is that shit? I was like, oh, we just call that shit chicken store. And then the funny thing was, my cousin was dating this girl that's like from Florida, and like, no, she'd be talking hella extra, and she had the nerve to go like, I heard everybody from my job goes to get that crackhead chicken. I was like, what's the crackhead chicken? She named the place. She told me. I was like, I don't know why you guys would call it that. I don't know no crackheads that be out there. I know people that work there. I know people that come in and out. I don't know nobody that be out there with that shit. Some people do some hot shit, but some people walk. The people that work there, they'll walk outside until you get the fuck on. I said, we ain't doing that right now. Go up the street with that shit. Don't bring it over here to the business. Don't bring it here. Don't do that. But yeah, man. JJ, what's up? What's going on with you, JJ? Thanks for dropping in. JJ Gold 989. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. I just, I thought about it. I was about to go straight to the library, which wouldn't have been bad. It wouldn't have been a bad idea, but I was like, no, hold on. Let me dial it back because it's still kind of light blue. It's getting darker right now. Light blue, getting, denim blue or whatever outside. So while I still have the lights, let me go outside and utilize the lighting right now. You know what I mean? And worst case scenario, worst case scenario, the actual street. Actually, I don't even think it'll come on. There is no street lights over here. There is no park lights. So I'm gonna just be sitting here in the dark for a minute, We'll see how that goes. You can always try to watch your streams every day. JJ, I'm actually trying to like slow down a little bit. You know, I might just stick to doing one a day. And if I don't do one a day, then maybe I'll do like one, or I'll try to do two a day. If I don't do two a day, then maybe I'll try to do as many as I possibly can. But the other day I actually tried to do like three or four, but I kept having bad connection. So I was like, every time I do this, I need to be in better places. You know what I mean? I need to be in better places, better spaces, and even mentally, I need to be in a better space and better place. So I appreciate you trying to check in. I never have a set time of day where I decide to start, because like even my schedule at work, I left work like I want to say normal time, but basically I wasn't being overworked this week, or today at least. So I was able to kind of leave and just have a flexible schedule. So that's why you see me right now, like right before sunset. So I want to get one in before sunset. But hopefully the orange hoodie is like bright enough for you guys can kind of see me. But I just don't think it's bright enough in general. But anyway, JJ, that's the whole point, man. I'm speaking a little too much. You let me know if I'm talking a little too much, but hopefully that makes sense, man. Like I just want to. I'm actually trying to slow down myself because I got to be mindful of like my own energy. You know what I mean? When I say energy, it's like I constantly want to give and put stuff out there. I will constantly want to give, you know what I mean, intelligence and positivity out to the universe. I want to share that, and I want to exude that. I want to present that onto the, it don't matter if it's the internet or YouTube. I'm mainly doing YouTube right now, so it don't matter if it's this, that, or the third. I want to put it out there. I want for it to exist. You understand? I need that to exist, and this is my platform. This is my outlet right here, and when I do these live streams, sometimes it helps me warm up. It helps me just stay in motion for when it's time to do the truancy hour or anything else I do after this. So a lot of times it's something about today. I don't know what it is that got real activated. It might have just been all the events throughout the whole week, but realistically, man, sat there, got activated. You know what I'm saying? It turned up a little bit, and then we just went in, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Locked in right here, and then here we are right here. Just bringing that good energy right back, boomerang it right back to the YouTube channel, to the streaming. So that's how I feel about it, man. So I'm gonna stay moving like that. I'm gonna stay on the humble too. You know what I mean? Who we got him here, man? Slimy, what's going on? Am I reading that correctly? Let me know if I'm reading that. Slimy or Smiley? Slimy, yep. Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for being here. You know what I mean? This is subscriber only mode chat, so thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that, man. I'm just sitting out here in the dark. I'm in the park, man. This are the lights can barely reach on this side, but there's a little bit of light before sunset, so I decided I would sit there, chop it up before I go do my Among Us, or do my what do you call this? Not I'm sorry, not Truancy Hour. I'm gonna do Moonstone Island tonight. I'm gonna do some Moonstone Island recording, so I'll get a chance to do that for those I want to tap in later in the evening. Actually, what is today? Today's Wednesday. So if today's Wednesday, oh dang, never mind. So last night I was watching my guy Solarian's live, and he was doing Silk Song, so that was pretty cool, man. I got a chance to watch him do that, but I don't know. He might do like another pop up or like another random stream tonight. That'd be kind of cool to watch. But I like doing my stuff middle of the day, and then by the time it's time to go home, everyone else live streams. Let me check my notifications right now. All right, nobody's live right now, but I like checking my notifications to see who else is live. I like seeing my other friends play games live. I like seeing other channels do stuff live. But I stick to my twos and fews, man. My twos and fews, those that have the setup and those that have things going on. But that's about it, man. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. I might have to walk over to the other spot because they got better lighting, man. That's the thing. I might have to walk all the way back around to get over there. Either that or just go over to the sidewalk or something, or like the edge of it. I'm not trying to be out of range or out of reach from where I need to be going. So I might walk up a little bit. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep monitoring the screen here, and then worst case scenario, I will walk all the way up to my normal joint that I usually. You guys be seeing me at my spot where I get my breakfast sandwiches and I get my coffee. So you might see me go over there, man. I might have to stop back over there too and grab they're doing like pies or something, man. They're doing pies. Can we do a lighting? Oh, I guess I could turn the lighting on. Does that help? Let me know if that helps. It made it a little brighter. It made things a little more visible. So let me know if that helped out a little bit. And then I don't know what this does. It's like a retouch. Okay, we'll see if that helps the lighting. But you can kind of see me a little bit. It seems a little more grainy, but we'll see if that helps out, man. As long as I'm able to kind of just stay on live or just stay online for a little bit longer. You know what I mean? So hold on, let me move. If I get out the way, if I show more of the light in the background, it might relight the actual, like it might relight everything else. But we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, man, you know me, bro. A lot of times it's like just reserving energy. There was a couple notes that I had. A lot of these notes are just like thoughts and ideas that I sit there and ramble on, and I have like long conversations in my mind about. Sometimes it's like a conversation, if not an argument, that I might be having with a people have like imaginary arguments and conversations in their head, and my thing is like sometimes I come across those too, and when I do, especially like late at night, I'll just take a note about it, and then I'll take some mental notes. I kind of write a few notes on the side of it to let myself know, like, all right, these are the kind of details and epiphanies that you kind of made with this, and therefore you should just kind of make a topic, write out a topic about it, and yeah, what I'm saying, make that happen. So that's kind of where a lot of the truancy hour stuff happens, but also just basic conversations like these, or people that tap into the channel, they subscribe for like however, and they hit me in the live chat. So anyone that just sits there and chops it up with me, I might draw some inspiration from that as well, or even real life, dealing with people. I'm saying, real life, running into people out on the street or out on the road or whatever. Like just little stuff like that, man. I'll draw from everything. But that's what keeps me. Excuse me. That's what allows me to keep the conversation going. Is what I'm trying to say. So I pull from that, man, and I never try to run out of stuff. Like I try to always do, and my energy is always gonna be here, man. My energy was trash today at work. I ain't gonna lie, bro. My energy was just trash today at work, man. I got these bees on me, bees buzzing right in the ear. That's crazy. I don't know if y'all can see it. I don't know if the camera caught that. It was like a little bee right there. But anyway, yeah, I'm just at work. It was chill, but like everything was smooth. It was actually a really slow, quiet day, and then all of a sudden things kind of got a little antsy between a couple people, and one particular person was just getting a little whatever riled up, and then it started to trickle down a little bit. Someone had to dial him back, like, "Hey, man, chill out right now. Boom, take a lunch. If not, clock out for the day because we're not dealing with that right now." And then he just walked off. You know what I'm saying? There's one dude that just be doing the most, man, and he hurting himself, and it's just like, bro, you got to chill out. And when I show up, on the max, I show up 3 days a week. That's my schedule. I show up on max 3 days a week. So my thing is like, all right, I told people, I said, when I'm here, feel free to lean on me if you guys ever need like extra lifting or whatever, carrying and shit. You need some extra muscle around here, allow me to just do that because I'm only here 2 to 3 days a week. So just allow me to help you guys with the work because you guys got to get through Friday, Saturday. Some of you guys got to get through whatever. There's, what I'm saying, like whatever days of the week it is. You guys got to get through the rest of the week, if not the weekend. So I kind of just exist in this position here and during these time frames to kind of help everyone out. So that's just my, um, you know, personalized and self-given role that I tell people. I was like, listen, if I'm here, man, just let me help you out, bro, because you got to get through the whole week. You know what I mean? If I'm doing things slow, allow me to do things slow because that, at least it's gonna get done. That's what I gotta start telling people, man. So it's just like, listen, man, just walk me through it. Don't do the work for me, but just walk me through it, if anything. But a lot of people don't quite understand that. So that was kind of the gripe today, where I was like, yo, I'm just trying to help. You know what I mean? I should have made that clear. I should have said it out loud more, honestly, on my part. I should have just kind of been like, hey, man, I don't understand the animosity here. I'm just trying to help. But it's funny. The average person, or I ain't gonna say the average person, but certain people, they go through shit like that, and then they're like, you know what, man, that's enough for me to quit the job. I don't need this shit. My whole thing was like, I mean, I get where the man is coming from. I understand, but like, he has to understand where I'm coming from. If we got to get those points across, it doesn't always work that way, man. And therefore, like, we just end up in this situation where things just get a little, saying antsy or whatever, man. It's not healthy. It ain't healthy. But like I said, it's not enough for me to want to quit. I guess like if anything, I might look for another job. Like I'm still looking for a second job that can occupy my weekends. I had something that's something that I want hasn't necessarily fell through yet, and I'm a little upset about that. And yeah, man, I don't know. I'm a little upset about this. I can't really get mad. You see this bright light? Got the bright lights up in here, man. We in here right now. Bright lights turned on for a little bit. That was just a car driving by. That's just a car driving by. But yeah, man. So I think about that sometimes. I'm like, it doesn't affect me to the point where I want to quit. I don't want to quit because I like the job. It's a really great job. But there's moments, bro, where I'm like, man, this shit could just be way better at times, man. Like we like there's certain people that coordinate really well. There's certain people that talk to each other really well. Everything's pretty smooth for the most part. And there's other people where it's just like we just trying to get through the day. So it's like, let me just do my part, helping y'all out, you know. But we don't need the micro stuff. But I still, my bad. That was the point I was trying to make. Was I like because I like this job and I like the flexibility of it, bro. I want to occupy my Saturdays, Sundays, or something. I just want to occupy my weekends elsewhere. I just want to be somewhere where I can just kind of work and just lock in and, you know what I'm saying, just do my thing, bro. At my pace. You know what I'm saying? Something just good at my pace, man. That's all I really need at this moment. Um, Hopefully it ain't too much to ask for. Let me see if I can hit the retouch on there. Lighting off, lighting on. Okay. That's what happens when I turn the lighting on. That ain't really nothing, but like I said, we'll wait till a certain mark and then maybe we'll start moving on from there, man. We got to keep everything going. Um, but yeah, there was one dude, man. It's funny enough. There's one dude. I think about this dude sometimes. Pause, because like in my old job, he was just asking me these questions, and he's like, "What do you do here? What do you do that day?" And he wasn't asking in like an asshole way, but I kind of just told him straight up. I was like, "Man, let me stop. I don't want to like beat around the bush or lie." So my thing was like, "Man, I just do this. I was trying to do the music thing. I was trying to do some whatever, some YouTube stuff. I was just basically explaining it to him." And like he's a guy that he's one of those guys that just come into work and clocks in. So he's like, "You know what, man, I respect that shit. I fuck with that. At least you're doing something." So I just tell him, I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty interesting because like every quarter I get royalty checks. I still get music royalty checks, so it's really interesting. So like every 3 months, I'll just have like a royalty check come in. You know what I'm saying? And I started to up the threshold because there was a time period where like, I didn't have a lot of produced stuff that I put out at the time. So I was only getting a few dollars at a time. Like it was like $15, $23, and all that shit adds up. Don't get me wrong. It comes in at the best time and never the worst time, which is funny. And I was like, let me up the threshold where it's like, don't give me a check unless it's over $100. So then I started still getting these checks like over $100. So that's it's just little stuff like that, the stock stuff, the royalty stuff, all these different forms of income that kind of just happen on the side on top of making money from the job. I just got to do as much as I can, man. I got to utilize the time, energy here, bro. You know what I mean? So the other thing I was gonna talk about was, and I said this. I feel like I said this in the last stream, not necessarily yesterday, but maybe a couple of days ago, where I was kind of speaking about there's a lot of people in more recent time that have been I don't want to say having epiphanies, but more or less like coming to grips with like, how do I explain this? Like all this independent shit. It's like, no, you can go a lot of places by doing, getting things done together with people. There's nothing wrong with playing a part. There's nothing wrong with playing a big part. I don't care about, I just provide, but I just need people to do their part. That's all it is. Like I just want to provide this shit. I'm just the money spending guy. When I make the money, I might spend it. If I make the money, I might invest it. That's just the kind of person I am. But aside from that, people are realizing, man, a lot of people are starting to go back home and like really calibrate some stuff. And it took some people it took like 5 years. Some people it took 10. Some people they learn right away in the first year. And I'm like, man, I've been doing this the whole time, but again, circumstances are different. You know what I mean? My circumstantial difference is like I'm starting to really chase the independent side of it because you got to think, right? I've been at the house for the longest because, grandpa was sitting there physically handicapped, mom was sitting there physically handicapped. So I wanted to be present for them. And like, a lot of other people can't say they have that story or they don't have that background of experience, if you will. So because of that, and it's not a knock to anyone. It's just simply because of that. They've always, people left the house early because they weren't really required to be home. I wasn't necessarily required to be home either, but I just chose to. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't really need to be here, man. Y'all self sufficient and y'all don't really listen to me or hear me out anyway. So I say all that to say like the signs itself are starting to show itself a lot more when I sat there, shout out to Tropical Empress because she put out a $5 special for these tarot readings and stuff, and I paid for 5 of them. So there was, yeah, I guess one went for me, and then 4 went to like two other, or like, excuse me, 4 went to like other people, and the one that I got was like something about like just the home situation, things not being great at the house, or. But I was like, it's not even home, man. It's like it's the whole hometown. It's the whole hometown aspect. Like the whole thing is like everywhere I go, man, it's some point of grief. It's some point of you know what I mean? It's like it's something in the area that is it holds a memory, and it's not necessarily healthy or good. So I think about that a lot. Where I'm like, I've been saying this, I've been joking around about it. I've been talking about it for a long time, just in general. But like more so now, it's getting more serious and more serious for me. Where it's like the soul knows I don't need to be here right now, man. spirit kind of just knows, man. So I'll leave it at that. You know. Hey, let's get moving up the street, and then I'm gonna cut a block over, and then I'm gonna try to sit in the little lighting area until until I get more sus and I get kicked out. But I'm gonna just sit at them tables over there. So give me a second. I'm gonna get situated right here because I gotta walk up in that direction anyway. You know, we're gonna keep the lighting on though. Keep the lighting on and keep the drink out. Keep the lighting and the drink out. Hold on. Give me a second. That bottle of prime and shit. Come on. Gotta get focused here, man. But the past couple of streams, man, it's been I've been on some anti energy personally, man. I can't say I'm doing too well if I'm being honest, man. Like, the a couple of days ago when I had hit the little the grief trend, that shit kind of messed me up a bit. If I'm telling the truth, if I'm being honest about it, I think we walking into the light a little bit right here. Got a street lamp up ahead, but yeah, that one kind of messed me up, man. It messed me up so much that it even messed me up when I was walking home the other night because I was telling people I was like, what I was speaking on was this. I was like, man, I had a wave of grief kind of just hit me all at once, like a wave of grief just hit me, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, damn, I need a moment to kind of sit down or just have some coffee or just do something, just chill out, just sit somewhere. And I was sitting there speaking about it. And then after I got a lot of stuff off my chest, and after I got all my, my energy kind of recentered or whatever, I'm trying to go home. I'm over here getting discriminated and profiled at the damn bus stop. I'm on the bus getting, not necessarily fucked with, but I'm over here just getting like, like I'm over here trying to go home. I'm in like a depressed mode. I'm over here listening to my mom's playlist, her music, grieving her. And it's just like people over here looking at me like I'm about to rob them or do some funny shit. And I'm just like, man, I'm just over here trying to grieve, and I'm getting profile type shit. That shit was kind of irritating me. It used to never really bother me like that. It's kind of like, listen, I don't know what they've been through. I don't know what they think. It's not my worry about it. It's not for me to worry about. That's just on them for looking at me a certain way, treat me a certain way, all the etceteras. But that particular day, man, I was like really hurt. I was like, bro, I'm hurting inside right now. And this type of shit is just fucking with me right now. I can't handle this. And it really irritated me. Really irritated me. It shit bothered me a lot. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so I spoke about it the other day. I was speaking about it last night, and I was like, man, I can't deal with this right now. That shit normally don't bother me, but it got to me. That's what it is, man. You got some emotional lows. I was gonna not heightened emotions, not necessarily heightened emotions, but emotional lows, and then you get caught off guard a little bit. Let me walk over to these. I think I'm on the right street. Yeah, I think I'm on the right street. So I'm gonna go over here, cut over, and then get a chance to post up. Because the thing is, I actually had talked to the family before that runs the restaurant. I was like, listen, guys, I'd be out here sometimes at midnight sitting on your guys' chairs. Like, is that okay? They're like, no, we don't care, man. But the thing is, their English isn't that great. So, like, I hope they understood what I was trying to say to them. I was just like, man, I just be out here, man. I'm not trying to troll or be not a weirdo, but like just, I'm trying to be, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. I'm just not trying to be trolling over here, lurking or loitering or whatever. And they seem to be cool about it, man. They seem to like having me around. It's funny because the husband of the place, he talks to me a lot more. Obviously, like we just kind of joke about different stuff. And then I remember I was asking him because like, you guys are doing pies for Thanksgiving. He said, yeah, man, we got the pies. We're not gonna be open on Black Friday, but come here on Thanksgiving, and hopefully you come here in time. I was like, okay, I'll see if I can get here. But come to find out, I went to work today. Checked on the schedule. We don't work on Thursday, so I'm gonna have to drop in here in the morning. Give me some of them pies, bruh. Gotta get them pies in there. But yeah, Black Friday. I hope that the libraries aren't affected by that Black Friday stuff. Cause I'm trying to get some work done, man. On Fridays, I might have my microphone checked. Get that microphone checked, man. That's what it is. That's what I should have threw on the Q&A this whole time. I'm chatting it up because my microphone been a little messed up. I might have to get the PayPal out. You know what I'm saying? Get up them different credit cards or get out the PayPal or something, and then just sit there and do the new microphone with the case. I need that new equipment because right now this one, it was solid for how long it stood for. It's good like noise canceling, wind canceling, good specs. But right now, we need some new shit. I might have to just do. I'm gonna pull up multiple windows. I might have to do Among Us tonight. We'll do Among Us tonight. That way we can have multiple windows and just keep things on. You know what I mean? Just keep it on side. Pull the card out and make them purchases off the Amazon or something. I don't even know. It's fucked up, man. I be walking past my neighbor's house. I be seeing Amazon packages, and I'm like, and I hope that ain't mine, because I don't want to be hella weird and walk over there and look at their stuff, man. Have I played Rocket League? What's going on? Aaron Cervantes, what's going on, bro? Rocket League. What is that the one on mobile? I don't know. I feel like I've heard about it, but I haven't played it though. I don't know much about it. Is that what you play on mobile? Is that one of those games you play on there? Yeah, man. I'll say before the sun sets, but sun been setting, man. This guy got the high beams on. You see how bright I am? Bro, hold on. Bam. He got the high beams on, bro. Damn. Act like you in the mountains and shit. You are not in the mountain trail with the PS4. It's on PS4. Now I don't know what that is. I actually don't know what that is then. My bad. I wish I knew a little more about it so we could speak about it. I don't know nothing. Yeah, talk to me about it, man. What is that game? Is that a cool game? Let me know if that's a cool game, man. I'm about to sit right here, man. I swear to God. To them people, man. Yeah, I'm about to just chill out there for a second, man. You can play in computer. Oh, I can play in computer. So I can get it on Steam. Oh, I might check it out, bro. I don't know though. Like right now, I just mainly been playing like Among Us, and I'm gonna do a couple more other games that I'm gonna try out. Or I don't want to say try out, but just play and have it on a like live stream, just for the time being, man. Well, let me set up shop. These are good people, man. If they call the whoop pop on me, I'm out anyway. It don't matter. I'm gonna just leave. Like I don't be wasting time and shit, man. He said you basically play soccer but in cars. Oh, I've seen that shit. I've seen highlights of that shit online. Like people would do like shorts. People do shorts and they do like TikToks or whatever of it, and like sometimes they'll play like podcasts or whatever in the background. But yeah. But yeah, you can do cool tricks in the air. You can also play different game modes. Yeah, I heard about that. That sounds pretty fun. And then there's one where like it's soccer, but then you're also going through the city, right, or something like that. Like you're not necessarily going like you're not necessarily on the soccer field. But I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what it was called. I didn't know that it was called Rocket League that whole time. That's crazy, man. There is also tournaments. I'll see, man. It sounds like a fun game. I don't know if it's up my alley. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's up my alley if something I'll play. It sounds like one of those games. Like I have a nephew, and he always tries to get me to play like Fortnite and Roblox with him and shit. This is like back then. I don't know what he plays now, but he's always trying to get me to play these games, and I'm like, I don't want to play this shit. I don't want to sit here and play this shit, bro. But I get it. It seems like some stuff younger people have fun doing. Um, Among Us, funny enough, Among Us is something that my niece and nephew showed me at their old house, and they showed me that shit, and I was like, I ain't gonna lie, this is pretty fun. And ever since then, I was like, I understand why people want to play this, and I sit there and I just like pre-recording, or sorry, not pre-recording, but hitting the live stream with it. Pretty chill. But that's what I was saying. That's my plan, man. I'm gonna have that up. We're gonna see what happens if I sit in the lobby for too long. If I die and I finish my task, I'm gonna just chill out for a little bit. Follow, you haunt some people, just follow them around, and then yeah, we'll see what happens from there, man. You know how many gigs it is? Like if I get it on Steam, you know how many gigs that is, or megabytes? I've been thinking about that for a Rocket League. That's crazy. That's one of them games I keep hearing about though. No, I really just be doing RPGs, man. I just be hooked on RPGs, bro. That's my main thing. Getting the RPGs, though. When am I gonna go live? So here's the thing, right? I can go because there's bad connection in the area, and it's been kind of weird. Well, it depends on the time of day. If the time of day is like I guess like what time is it right now? Actually, I don't know what time it is right now. Give me a second. Okay, so let's say it's like right now, and I was over at like an hour from now or something, like an hour, like hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever from now. If I'm over at the other place, at the park or whatever, if I'm over there's a lot of airplanes during the time of day that kind of go overhead. So it's kind of bad. It's actually kind of bad now, but I might go within the 2 hours. But I might do another one right after this. So if you stay tuned, I might just log back in. Because the thing is, when I like half an hour from now, I'm gonna set up the Among Us live stream. I got the OBS. Excuse me. I got the YouTube set up. I'm gonna just hook all of it together, and then I'm about to what do you call this? I'm gonna go live on there. So you're gonna see me do Among Us probably. That's the one I want to do, if that makes sense. So yeah, you'll get a chance to watch that. Um, Give me like half an hour from now. You know what I mean? Because we're like 30 something minutes into this stream, and I always like to get to an hour at least. You know, 40 and 50 minutes is a good range, but like I like touching an hour at least. So if I can get to an hour, that's good. But we'll see how long, I want to chat it up. If I end up wanting to cut this short, I'll cut it short at any point. But if people keep on entertaining conversations with me, I'll keep talking with them. But if not, I'll just leave. You know what I mean? I'll get to moving, I'll get to walking basically, and just go about my day. But anyway, what I'm saying is this: I'll do the Among Us one. I'll try to do that for an hour, and if I'm not doing the Among Us one afterwards, I might do one more before I go home. Because the thing that I can do before I go home is another live stream like this, face to face, and or having my face on a stream or on the phone. And the thing about it is like, if I'm able to do that, so I'm just over here having a brain fart. I can do that before I go home, basically. So that's the whole point. My bad. You would say? You can watch it because I go sleep at 9:30, and you have 20 battery. What time is it over there right now? Over here it's like 5. What time is it here? It's like 5:20 over here. I'm on the Pacific time. Um, but if your phone's on 20, I would say put it in the charger right now if you can, and then I might do like an Among Us one. The thing about the Among Us is it's 7:22, so you're 2 hours ahead. I see what you're saying. Interesting. Oh, I see. So you're on Central Time Zone. Anyway, yeah, I would say just stay tuned, man. I mean, put your phone in the charger right now. I would say. Thank you for hanging out, Aaron. But yeah, what time again? Um, right over here it's 5:22, so I'm 2 hours behind you. I'm 2 hours behind you if it's 7:22 over there. But yeah, if you're around, man, I might do Among Us. I might do another one on the way home. Oh, for Among Us, give me like 30 minutes from now. About 30 minutes, somewhere within that range. The thing about the Among Us stream is you won't be able to hear me. We can just type in the chat. So you can type in the chat. I might be able to respond back. We'll see though. We'll see though, man. Because sometimes I don't check the live chat. I don't always check it, but I like to respond to people as fast as I can or as soon as possible. But yeah, man, charge up your phone. Put your phone in the charger, man. If you're at 20%. My phone be dying fast now lately too. There's only so much I can do now with my phone because it's like the percentage stuff and the battery stuff. My bad. You're gonna wait 30 minutes. I mean, it's cool, man. I appreciate it. If you're gonna pop in on that one, you'll see it on the channel. You'll see it on the page. Um, yeah, you'll be back hopefully next stream. All right, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After I do that one, I might do another face to face. It just depends where my energy's at. I'm trying to conserve energy for work, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter. It's like I got one more day of work and I'm gonna knock that out. About to go, all right, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. And knock that out and just go about my weekend, man. But I need to stretch my body. That's what I need to do. In the morning I need to like do some stretches. So this weekend I'm gonna get stay healthy for the weekend, keep my energy up, upright, uplifted or whatever, and just take care of things in the best way possible, man. The place that I'm going, I'm about to ask if they have some conference rooms that I can use. I'm gonna try some different I'm always on campus. I'm always on different campuses. Whether it's like I was talking about the university stuff, so it's like I'm always tapping in with the university spaces and places. But whenever I'm on campus, I want to make sure that like I can do things. I don't want to say the right way, the correct way, but like I want to make sure that I'm doing things so that I have access to the right space, if that makes sense. Getting a little tongue tied there. I don't know why, but yeah, man. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that. I might get moving in a second. Hey, whoever hit me with the like, I appreciate it. I don't even know what that was. That's crazy. Yeah, throughout the night, throughout the day, man, people always just hit me with showing some love, and I got spoiled, man. I got spoiled for the past couple of days because people dropped in and they were hitting me with what do you call this? People were spoiling me with all these likes, man. I started getting like 8 and 9 at a time type shit, 7 whatever, 7 and 9 whatever. The numbers was up there, man. So yeah, I love that. Let me get something to drink. And I'm actually about to get moving. Yeah, it's cold as hell, man. Cold as hell right now. Get moving, man. I might stop at the next spot. Like I said, the connection there be trash. If it is, I gotta shut the phone down all over again, which I hate to do. I hate having to do that, man. I've been in a bad mood. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been in a real bad mood. It's cool though, man, because I've been getting a lot more like families and people. I don't say families, but some people, some neighborhood people up in the little nice spots, saying what's up a lot more often. And I feel good about that. I'll tell you that much, man. I feel a little better about it. You know. Hey man, I hate to say it, but we work with one dude, man. He be carrying that shit everywhere he go. And like when he speak, I'm like, damn, I hope I don't sound like this. I know I ain't got it as bad as him. I know I don't. I don't say that in a bad way. Just being honest. I know I don't have it as bad as he does. But to hear him talk about it makes me not want to be that way. Like, damn, I get it though. I know he's been through some shit. Don't get me wrong. I was like, nah, I can't even. I can't. You know, I can't. I got my stories too. I got my, you know, got my personal stuff too, man. I got to keep going forward. And it's not easy. It ain't supposed to be, man. It ain't supposed to be easy. We'll see, bro. Got a couple minutes to kill, man. We're gonna test the waters when we. Hey, we're gonna test the waters when we get over there. You know, see what's up with them people. We hitting the marks here, man. Let's see though. My energy is dwindling though. I will be honest about it. It's like you know, chop it up for this long every now and again. You stare at the numbers for too long. You start making these marks, and it's like that the number itself matters less than the quality. And like, I want to end things where I need to end it. You know, and I should. I don't like living off of this, whatever you call this. So, I don't know. We're gonna master. Truth be told, we're actually gonna master the scarcity, this university mindset, and actually the scarcity mindset. I'm giving less of myself out there. And I need to do that more often. I need to exercise that more often, actually. So we'll get there, man. We'll get there eventually, man. I remember I took this girl over to all the places where I usually live stream up top over here on the hill. This is back then. This was a lifetime ago because I don't even fuck with a lot of these spots and places no more like that for whatever reason. I'm showing her around. I'm like, I'm showing these spots. I'm like, this is my workplace right here because I wasn't working no more, but we had what I'm saying, we had the spot for the night. I'm over here showing the shit around. I'm like, check this out. It's my workplace right here. When you see me doing the work, I'm right here. I got nowhere to hide. If you're looking for me, I'm right here. I'm up here. I'm around here. I was over here playing basketball or whatever. I'm about to start playing basketball. Whatever I was saying to her at the time period, I was telling her I was making it happen. So, yeah, man. I'm telling you, bro, I'm right here. We right here. We right here. That's it. There's nothing else to say, bro. So yeah, man. Numbers, man. Hit them numbers every time. Hit them numbers every time. You know what I mean? Up on the demand of truth, man. So we locked in like this for the next couple university mindsets and university hours. We're gonna be locked in like this, man. Knock out this truancy joint. From the 2 to the 3. From the 2 to the 300. I got a new thing, man. Stay within them ranges. You know, we got time frames though. One of the sections. Actually, another thing is like, hold on. I thought about this. Never mind. I didn't say anything, so I don't need to say anything. I didn't say anything, so I don't need to say anything. I gotta start talking to people. I might start asking people about them rooms. When I get over there, I'm gonna be like, "What's up with these rooms, man? I'm trying to get into these little spaces here, man. I get a little private joint." Because the thing is, if I can do it at the library too, that would actually work out a lot. I'll work out a ton. It'd work out a million. You know, it would help out a lot. But yeah, pretty cool. I actually left a comment on my dude. I mean, I hope he's still alive. This sounds fucked up. I hope he's still alive. But this old dude, he's like in his 50s or his 60s. His name is Yo Lee. Dude in South Korea, man. But when he does his live streams, he just walks around. Sometimes he just waits in place. And he doesn't talk as much as I do. He just hangs out. That's all he does. He just hangs out. He just minds his own business. And whoever drops in and says what's up, they drop in and say what's up. But we'll get a couple viewers at a time. And literally all we're doing is watching him do his part-time job. He's got a part-time job where it's like it's based off of how many hours he can work that day. He's able to work that day and whatever work he's able to get that day. But that's all he does. It's like a 7-8 hour stream where he just like he'll sit there, bring his phone with him, he'll pick up cars, he'll deliver the car to the customer, he'll get the money, he'll collect all the money. And then like people were sitting there trying to tell him that they were gonna report him. Like, we're gonna report you because you shouldn't be doing this. I don't know. It was just some weird specific stuff. I don't know if it was based on his country. I couldn't tell you. But on my bad, we gotta turn that back on. Boom. My bad. I forgot to hit the lighting. And I'm like, bro, come on, man. So we don't know. I don't really know if his channel is gonna be back or not. I hope he comes back around. I left him a comment on one of his videos. I said, don't listen to none of these people, bro. Come back through. But I don't know if he passed away, man. He's an old man. You know, he'd be stressed out. You'd be watching him sometimes. He'd just be going to the corner store. He'll grab some food. He'll grab some ramen or whatever. He'll get some noodles. You know what I mean? He'll chill out. He'll just chill out, bop, zonk out a little bit, just do his thing on the live. And that's me and him. We're the same type of people. Put the work in every day. Really interesting person. You know, he cooks for himself a lot, but I feel like it costs him money when he does that. So yeah, I wish the best for everybody, man. I see myself in these people, but I know I'm not them. If that makes sense. I see myself in a lot of people that, even that are, you know, doesn't matter if they're less fortunate or they don't believe in themselves. Like I just see myself in everyone, but I just know I'm not them or I'm not of them. You know, on some not like us type shit. Like I get it. I see the weirdness in everybody. I see the craziness in everybody. I see the what you call this, bro. You know what I'm saying? The ill shit, the solidness in a lot of people. I identify with a lot of it, but I'm not none of them. Does that make sense? I'm not these people that I witness. I can identify that I have similarities with them. I have some, you know, a couple similarities, a couple comparisons, but I'm not them. And it's like I like that gap gets bridged. You know what I mean? The other aspect about it is, you know, I try to stay within my lane of my own food for thought of, you know, I'm not trying, you know, does that make sense? I'm not trying to be them. I get inspired by them. I take what I, you know, whatever I can from them, but That's it. And people are doing their own thing, man. Like, he's in a whole nother country. Like, guy's in a whole nother country, man. So I'm not on that level. Also, he told me that I need to get like a phone battery. That was the main thing. He said, you need to get a phone battery. Or I forgot what he called it. It was like an adapter. Because I was like, I asked him, I was like, how are you? And his English is pretty good. So I was like, how are you able to stream for like 8 hours? He's like, you got to get the phone adapter. He said, sometimes at my job, people leave them around. If nobody claims them, we just take them. Because you got to wait a little bit. You got to wait before you start claiming items. And yeah, he just be having things. This shit funny as hell. Oh, that's the other thing. I don't know the minimums, bro. I don't be knowing the minimums. So you'll see me, man. I'm gonna be locked in for an hour. I'm gonna hit the spot right here. We're gonna see. I post up, man. They ain't doing too much yard work over here right now. Look like they cleaned up house a bit. Post up for a little bit, a couple minutes, and then we'll walk over. Cause what's his name? What's my guy? Aaron Cervantes. He wants to see that Among Us shit. I was like, yeah, we could do all that. No problem. We could do that. Make that happen right now. So we'll sit here for a few minutes, post up, chill out for a little bit, and walk on over to the spot. Get everything set up, man. Yeah, some people be on trip mode in certain spots and areas. Actually, that is a sign that we are at 20%. We are at 20%, so that might be a sign. I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about that. We got 20%. Let me check something. Oh, so Alamela is live right now for the Beyblade tournament. NYC, New York City got that NYC live tournament going on. You dig? That shit happening right now. I actually might have to check that out. Phone's at 20%, but we're not dying. Let's go over here, set up shop, start plugging things in, and let's go from there, man. When I move to the next spot, though, whatever city that ends up being. Actually, that's the thing, is like I have to wait till winter quarter. Winter quarter starts up, man, which is technically January. I could be wrong. I feel like it's technically January. I will have to what do you call this? I gotta stay diligent on the classes, and then I don't want to say summer, but like end of fall. Hopefully by the end of fall, I can get out of here. Or not end of fall, the beginning of fall or middle of fall. I get a chance to get out of here, because I got to look at the best times of the year. I want to say October is the best time to kind of fly out. Not, you don't got to settle in, but just fly out and visit. And I've only been stuck in the airport there, so I've technically never visited. But now I get a chance to kind of I want to just live there, man. Fuck this. I want to make it happen. So there's a lot of sales that are going to have to be made. A lot of money, a lot of sales, a lot of money on the side, a lot of whatever. Just stay locked in. All I'm trying to spend money on right now is coffee. Sounds crazy, but that's all I want to afford right now is just coffee. I'm trying to keep it as such. So we'll see, man. That's it. Coffee. That's it. Coffee, and I'm gonna use that as like a the thing about it is that adds up every day, man. Like $5 on coffee a day, that's gonna add up. Think about that. By the end of the week, you spend about 35. And if you're someone who tips, man, you're doing like in the 40s per day. Excuse me, 40s per week. That's a chunk of change right there. 40s per week on coffee. That's gonna add up, man. And that's also why I don't like spending money at the Starbucks is one thing, but I don't like doing those weird lattes that be like $7-8. But that's how they get you, man. Sometimes you want some flavor because you think it'll give you less caffeine. But listen, man, we closing in on where we need to be, where we need to set up at. So I'm about to walk up in this piece right here. Listen, man, those that dropped in on me. Matter of fact, we got a couple seconds. Matter of fact, let's get in there right now. A couple seconds, but those that checked it out, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace. Let's get